Welcome to my boys Koi. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, could you please give me a like and subscribe?
Oh, the new fry have arrived. Get them out. It's a bit hard to see. I'll hold them up in a minute so the video can see a bit clearer. Nice mix of colours. They're a bit smaller than the last ones, definitely a bit smaller, but there's a few big ones in there too. Let's bowl them up and then I'll come back to you in a sec. So here's all the fry. There's meant to be between 150 and 200 fry in here. I'm not overly sure, but it is hard to tell. So in this one I think it is same again, Kahaku, Tancho, Showa, Sanka. There was a mix. I'll have to check the labels, see what else was in there, but there's a mix. There's got one dead one at the bottom there that the other ones are eating. Not too bad to have one dead one, and it's tiny by the looks of it. Some of them fry are like tiny. I definitely think there's an age gap there, so what I'm going to do, I've got another one floating it, another one floating there. I've got 3 dead. What I'm going to do, I am going to split them I think, because I just think if I put some of them tiny ones in this pond, they're going to get it. Yeah, like some of them down there, I don't know if you can see them proper, but they're a quarter of the size of the bigger ones. Like that one's still completely clear, like it hasn't even got a bit of colour yet. It looks like it's about 1 week old. So I'm going to go through them anyway. I've got my little tiny net, which is like pathetically small but really good for this, like sorting out. It's nice and small, get in there nice and close, and yeah, let's have a good sort through. It looks like the ones with more colour are the smaller ones, so they've obviously done that on purpose. They threw a few bigger ones in, but they've obviously sort of threw them and took what they wanted, which is standard. That's what everyone does, but yeah, they are quite small. But you can see them, you can see all of them. The poo on the bottom, 24-hour shipping. They got shipped yesterday afternoon. They got here for 8:30 AM. So yeah, they haven't even been shipped for 24 hours yet, but you can see all the nasty on the bottom. So get them out of this water, get them into some clean water, and yeah, we'll go snap back in a minute. So I'm just acclimating these into some fresh water out the pond, so their water plus some my water, and just give them a little chance in there. But I've just moved these couple up here because these are some of the bigger ones. A little bit hard to see. I don't know if you can see through there. The sun's it's early in the morning, it's before 9 o'clock, and the sun's shining quite bright. Yeah, you can see them in there. They're some of the bigger ones. They're probably over an inch, some of them, and some of the ones in there are probably closer to 1/4 of an inch. So there's a decent difference. All of mine already in here are over an inch, so I am gonna try and split these off a little bit because I feel like it's the best way to do it. I just don't want to put all them little ones in here just to get it, because it's just a waste of money. Yeah, so that's my plan. I'm gonna split them off, and I'm gonna take all the big ones out, and then them tiny little ones, and I'll probably put the smaller ones in too, but them tiny little ones, I'm gonna split them off and just put them in some sort of tank, because as I say, they're just not going to survive. They're probably only a week or 2 old anyway. Some of them are crystal clear. So yeah, that's my plan. So I'm just going to carry on splitting them off. I've took a couple of the dead ones out, so I don't want to end up putting the dead ones in the net. So yeah, I'm literally going through them one by one, or 2 by 2, and just trying to take the decent sized ones out, and then I'll just slowly reduce that. I don't know if you can see that little one there, but he's clear, just no colour. He's probably quarter of an inch. So they've obviously had a mixed bag of spawns all together and they've just scooped them out. So yeah, right, I'll come back in a minute, guys. So I'm going through sorting them out. I've took most of the bigger ones out, there's still a few in there. Let's see if I can catch one while I've got on the camera. So, as I say, I'm doing this literally pretty much fish by fish. Just trying to give them the best chance really, because you might be able to see in a minute there's a lot of the smaller ones in. So at least this way I'll be able to monitor them rather than just putting them in that tank, because I won't see them again. It's 3 foot deep. As soon as I go in, like, you know, I might not see them for weeks or longer, so I'll do it this way. My plan is with these is to leave them for a month or two and then I'll get them into a bigger pond. I'll separate them off, and the ones that are growing bigger I'll take them into a bigger pond. Okay, so I'll get all the big ones into a bigger pond in the next 2 months probably, and then the smaller ones I'll leave in this to just grow on then through the winter. I'll probably put a heater in, only keep it about 14 degrees, not hot, but just give them a fighting chance. They'll have a little bit of bottom feeding food, and yeah, that's the plan. So, well, I'm going to put this jug that's got probably about 20 in and get this into the water. You see them? And they just disappear into the depths, and as I say, I probably won't see them for a while. Yeah, I do catch glimpses of some of them. You can see there, you might be able to see, I'm not sure. I do catch glimpses of some of them coming off with bits of food and stuff, but no, you don't see them a lot. They don't come up a lot. You can see this water's nice and green. I've done a 10 to 15% water change on it yesterday, knowing these were coming this morning, so trying to get the water a bit fresher for them. I've done water checks as well, and parameters were perfect, so you know, I didn't recommend water changes, but I've done it anyway just for the new fish. I don't know if you can see, it's hard with the glare on the water. I'm not sure if you can see them, but there must be probably 30, 40 in that corner down there. You find some of these little smaller ones are the ones who come up, which I think is quite novel. But yeah, I'll come back in a minute, guys. This is the next little batch about to go in now. The camera is really not got that, okay, if that's a bit clearer. Next little batch about to go in, so about another maybe 15 in here. I am starting to get a few of the smaller ones in compared to some of the others, but just a bit unsure what to do for the best really. So I'm going to get these in now anyway. They will be stressed. We've travelled for, I don't know, 18 hours or less, whatever it was. But they should chill. I might drop a little bit of food in tonight. I dropped some in this morning for the others before these got here. Yeah. Well, you'll see now. There's not a whole lot left. Probably, I don't know, 50 or so. Maybe a few more than that actually. But just gonna carry on taking these slightly big ones out and then just leave them tiny ones. I think that's the plan. You can see I'm whittling them right down now. I've got another jug, another 15 or so going in. just check the jug. Always check the jug. So I think these ones that are left, here's 1 or 2 in there. I just can't catch some of them. Some of them I've tried about 3 times. I'm just stressing them out. So I just don't want to keep doing it. So I think I'm just going to leave them, and then I might pick them off in the next few days. I'm just going to put all these into a I don't know what I'm going to put them into yet, but I'm going to put them into something, and then they say that there's 1 or 2 that are slightly bigger, so I will take them out when I get a chance. But for now, I'm just going to stop stressing them out, get something for them to go in, and get them in that. So come back in a bit, guys. Hi guys, welcome back. So it's been about 2 hours since the fish arrived. They all seem to be doing well. No one seems to be stressing out, nice and chill. I don't know what you can see there. But no, all seems good. So what I end up doing with the littler ones, these are still a couple that I want to get out of this, but I ended up just putting them in this plastic box on top of the pond they're going to end up being in. I was going to put them in the conservancy, but it gets really hot in there, so I decided against that. So I put them in here. I use the same pond water is what they're going to be going into, acclimate them into that. I put a piece of bogwood which got plants growing on it on there. I put a couple of rocks and a piece of water lettuce, and I've got an air stone in there. So yeah, I'm just going to keep a bit of an eye on them, and I'm going to slowly take them out when I see one that I feel is a little bit bigger, rather than just throwing them all in over the best. Because as I say, there is some in there that can move, but there's some in there that are just tiny, they're really tiny. And I said before, there's about 50. There's probably more than that. So all in all, I think that somewhere between 150 and 200 fish. Because of the postage, they said they wouldn't charge me the full postage because I bought 2 lots. They'd charge me for 1 postage and they give me extra fish. They just said 150 plus, so it is really hard to tell because they're so small. But you know, somewhere between maybe 175, something like that. But I don't know if you can see, some of them ones in there are tiny, really small. But there's some of them that aren't too bad, that can move. So see that one spazzing out a little bit there. I'm going to leave them alone now. I feel like I can move any that I'm going to move in a couple of days. They've got some cover, they've got enough water. Yeah, I feel like I'm just messing with them a little bit too much now, so I'm just going to leave them alone. I'm going to shut the cover on this. The majority are in the bigger pond, they're fine. There's about 50 or so in there. They all pretty much do seem to be fine. I'm going to give them a little bit of food tonight, but I'm not going to give them much, but there will be stuff on the plants and stuff that they can eat. And there's algae in the bigger pond, so these will be fine for that, and I'm going to feed these again tonight. So yeah, I think it's just a bit of a waiting game, to be honest. Let's just see what comes out and see how these get on. If I feel like they're suffering, I'm just gonna put them all in the pond and hope for the best. I'd rather lose 1 or 2 in the pond than lose 50 in the box. But they've got enough room in there, as you can see. Let's say they don't seem to be struggling. They don't really seem to be doing much. They're pretty chill. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of give them a couple of days and see how we get on. So I'll let you know next week now, probably, how we're getting on. But thanks for watching, guys, appreciate it.
So I said that I'd get back to you next week, but I've just thought I'd do a quick little clip and just show you them 12 hours after they arrive. So this is the little clip about to start.
So it is 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. We've had the fish in here for 12 hours. I've just put the first feed in. Might be a bit soon in some people's opinion, but they already had about 50, 60 in here, so you know, gotta feed them anyway. So I'll put some food in, and as you can see, they're loving it. They're all coming to the surface and eating it. It is powdered brine shrimp. That's what I've been putting in. Very popular. I'll give these some as well. I only give these a little tiny bit. But yeah, these ones down here seem to be really interested. And it is hard to see because there's loads more that way, but there's more than the original ones, I believe, coming up. So some of the newbies are definitely coming up. So it's good to see. They're eating, they're healthy, they're not swimming around crazy, they're not hiding on the bottom. It's a good start. I'm really happy. I did say this morning on the earlier video, which is on the same video but before, I'm not overly impressed with this batch. The colours are quite nice. Actually, there is a variety of colours, but the sizes, like there's at least 50 if not 60 out of the, I don't know, 180 maybe, something like that, that are half the size, quarter the size of the others. Like, can you see that little tiny one at the front there? It is like microscopic, like so small, which is a bit disappointing really, because they're definitely not 6 to 8 weeks old, and if they are, these, I don't know, I just don't believe that they are, to be honest, but they might be. But as long as we pull, as long as the majority come through and they're decent sizes and colours and stuff like that, then I'll be happy. But it is hard to see on the video, but I'll try and get them in one shot. You can see the size difference. Like, some of them at the surface are over 1.5 inches, and some of them there are less than half an inch. So there's a big difference in size. As I say, I didn't want to put them in here because I just thought they'd probably get it. So I'll give them a fighting chance here. I've got a couple of ponds which they're all going to be going to when they grow on. Two of my mates, they're taking some on for me, and my dad is taking some on for me, and then I'm building my big pond, which these will have to go on a while before that, because I do have these in here which you can't see because I'm treating the water and it's very green, but that's not algae, that's treatment. So they will eat them, and then I'm hopefully going to buy a couple of fish on Saturday from Coventry show. So again, they can't go in there, but the fish I'm buying from Saturday, on Saturday, they are going to go in this small one here for a few days. I'm only buying smaller fish, 6 to 8 inches, I'm not buying nothing massive. And then by this time next week, my big pond over here, which you can see I've just marked out where it's going to go, it's going to be 8 foot by 4 foot by 3 foot deep. So this is going to be here. That'll be ready for next week. Yeah, so it'll be a good week. So I'm really looking forward to Saturday. If anyone's going, I think it'll be a really nice day. I've watched a few of the videos from last year's show and the year before show just to sort of see what's going to happen, which is a bit nerdy, but I'm interested. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video here, I'm going to end it here, and I'll give you a catch up in a few days on these. Thanks guys, bye.